Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2. I'm your Game Master Darius. Before we begin this actual episode, I want to go over a little bit about what I am doing here in the crafting lounge. First off, I'm going to order everyone to come to me. Follow me. This should make it so as everyone decides, yeah. So that, you know, all this can be done a little bit better. Now, so, crafting is one of those things that I've always been fascinated by when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, but for the life of me has never really sacked. Till now, apparently. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to craft two separate things at the least. I might end up splitting up some of this. I'm not sure, but quick disclaimer too, when it comes to casting the spells and all of this stuff. Some of these items that I want to craft do require a certain caster level, which, if you'll remember, Iggy does not have a lot of anymore, seeing as he is only going to be a level 7 cleric for some time. When we're done with the Neverwinter 9, we'll probably just keep on going cleric and ignore war priest. I'm not entirely certain yet, we'll see. Point is, we now sit on the precipice of greatness when it comes to this. Don't even know. So, we have a couple of things I want to make. We're going to make... Well, technically we're making one thing. I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
Yes.
Eleni. I want her to craft a set of boots of striding. This is going to supersede the boots of hardiness that Iggy currently has, more or less. That AC bonus is probably going to get tossed onto Galore, you know, as his boots of Wonderlands are basically doing next to nothing.
Your command.
Oh yeah, I gotta unequip him and then I gotta hand him over to him.
Follow me.
Boom. More AC.
Yes.
Less AC, but we'll get to that. Right, I'm making the boots of striding first.
How can I help?
One of the things with the boots of striding is that they are a little bit annoying. Boots of striding require leather, of which we got a plethora of. Leather on, specifically, oh, it's already all on here. Requires leather hide, which we already got, adjacent, and weak earth essences. Now, we had 2 feints, but we put 2 feints onto the magician's workbench, and then used the mortar and pestle, if that's right, and then that made it into the weak essence. You gotta do this with your person with craft alchemy, otherwise it's not gonna work.
I am listening.
Now, all we have to do is one more thing, and that is to cast the spell to make all this come together. Crafting succeeded, and now we have 1 pair of boots of striding for our cleric-y buddy. Did you claim them? Okay. And that is going to boom up that constitution. Look at that. Look at that. Boots of striding, constitution +4. Feels so good. He is going to be the hardiest freaking cleric in existence. If I end up ever replacing these, it's fine. They're replaced. Now, crafting weapons, or magical weapons in particular. We could take stuff that we already have, like the Blade of the Gladiator, turn that into something, Astral Blade, add some additional stuff here, but I like Iggy with his Morningstar. And I was initially going to enchant this sucker, the Mithril Morningstar that we had picked up some time ago, but why ruin a good thing? And we can just enhance upon the Bone Phoenix, because I believe it's every item can have 3 separate properties on it. If we were ever to put enhancement +2, +3, +4, yada yada, it would supersede the enhancement bonus property, which is something to keep in mind when it comes to all this. Now, what we need for the Bone Phoenix, we're going to need a little bit of stuff from you, as we need a faint power We just need to get, split that right down the middle. Thank you. Faint water, which we already had. A single diamond.
Yes.
Which we'd already split up. And then the item of choice that you want to enchant. In this case, it's going to be the Bone Phoenix. Now, one last step in all of this. We need the Cure Critical Wounds spell. We do not have it... I said we do not have it prepared. Oh yeah. Quick little additional thing. Her being a level 9 druid means that she can cast level 5 spells. It's kind of disgusting. All Lightning is such a good spell. You don't even know. Yeah. Anyways. So...
Your command.
Iggy, you need to cast Cure Critical Wounds, which is the fourth level? Yeah, 4th level. So we'll undo that for Cure Critical. 4 die 8 points of damage healing. So now we rest. And then we just cast the spell on the workbench. And then we get a prompt asking us, how shall this item be known henceforth? And instead of the Bone Phoenix, we're going to call it what it is now. The Radiant Phoenix. It still has the same icon, but now it has the Holy property on it, which will deal an additional 2 die 6 damage against evil creatures. For creatures of evil alignment. And that's kind of it. That's all crafting is, just a little bit of patience, hoping that you get all the right stuff. That's kind of the biggest thing right now, is just finding all the right things. Like, if I want to make a Parry of Wisdom +6, which I'll likely just throw onto Eleni, I will need a Weak Water Essence, which is stronger than a faint one, a Star Sapphire, an Iron Ingot, an Owl, and a Spell of Owl's Wisdom. The Owl's Wisdom, whatever. Iron Ingot, whatever. Weak Water Essence, probably whatever, because we get all of our stuff, our essences from her breaking down certain materials. And we can use the Fairy Dust. Again, I think I've pointed out that we can break down the Fairy Dust and it has a chance to change into a random element of a random strength. But it's stuff like we need the Star Sapphire if we want the Parry of Wisdom. We need Beldril if we want the Belt of Stone Giant Strength, which I do for 2 characters. So that's going to be a pain in the ass. Or what I really want to do is I want to put Defending Greater on a thing. But that requires a Radiant Strength Earth Essence and a Blue Diamond. I have but 1 Blue Diamond. I can make this, theoretically, I just need to find a Radiant Earth. And I actually have the caster level 5 for this, so that's neither here nor there. Honestly, I want to increase the strength of my Bone Phoenix. I want to increase the strength of a bunch of things. But really I want to get Kelgar a better weapon than the Dwarven War Axe. Because right now that sucker's only +1. I don't know what other properties I could currently put onto it besides just fire. Yes. And by the way, I have so far tried to make an adamantine suit of armor. There's a problem with that. You need, in total, 23. Not skill points, just 23 total in your craft armor. I could probably eke out that with... Actually, could I eke that out? Hold up. Fox's Cunning. It's suddenly dawning on me. Owl's Wisdom's Fox's Cunning. Let's get rid of Lesser Restoration. Because this adds a +4 to your intelligence modifier, which is what governs your crafting. Is this gonna work? Is this plan brilliant or an idiocy? I already have that all on there. The full plate mold, the adamantine ingot. All I need to do is cast the spell. Make him just a smidgen smarter. Shit, is that gonna stack with the headband? Does not stack with the headband. Balls. How else can I increase it? Less? What other spells do I have right now? Mass Aid. That's saving throws. Searing Light's not going to do the trick. So attack rolls. Damn it. Attack damage rolls and skill checks. Yes. This should do the trick. So all I need to do is slap the anvil with the hammer. Yes! Glorious cheese.
I carry too much. We'll have to
That is
share
one suit of adamantine armor. This is heavy. 50 pounds of pain. But in comparison, this half plate is 7. You know, it's also got a 7, but the adamantine is 8, with a chance of getting a bonus from dexterity, a small smidgen of a chance. But the biggest thing about the adamantine full plate is that plus that 3 damage reduction. And not to mention that glorious paper. I don't know. Oh, that's probably just because of the weird shadowing here. Over encumbered. Yeah, you can take this armor now. What's that? 7 plus 2. Yeah. Yeah, you wear it. Well, it looks better on you, anyways. Look at that. It's like we both get new armor sets, buddy. Okay, I've been kind of wanting to look into shaders and whatnot when it comes to this game, because sometimes the shading of some of these is really funky. But yeah, adamantine. Yeah, I went into this little bit of the video not really thinking about adamantine, because it was like literally 2 skill points, and then I remembered, wait a second. Intelligence. And I felt brilliant. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this little bit of the video, and now on to other random crap. Alright, quick little addendum as I'm still working on like crafting shit and stuff. So, Magician's Workbench, you can see I actually have the stuff to make it into a +2 weapon. The Radiant Phoenix is currently a +1. Requires a faint air essence and a diamond to make it into, faint air, any weapon, diamond, yeah. And then all I need to do is cast a light spell in order to have it happen. However, there's a slight caveat I completely forgot about, because we are only level 9. Yeah. Because we're only level, 9, we have a slight problem. Only an epic character can further enchant this item. So, 3.5. It's got a funky rule set when it comes to crafting magical items and whatnot. In that, unless you are of epic level, you cannot craft anything beyond a total of +5 special property enhancement bonuses. So, this is a +1. Obviously, I think the fire and the holy and the fire added up equal +4. So we cannot expand this +1 into a +5 for that reason. +1 and +2, rather, for that reason. However, we do have a resident buddy who has a bit of a requirement of needing a bigger, better weapon. So he can put his Dwarven War Axe in here. And all I need to do is cast the light spell on it, and bada bing, bada boom! Dwarven War Axe +1. No. It is effectively now a +2. Yeah. And enhances it, that increases it for a price. So it might honestly be better just to put a effect on it. The problem is, again, because we're only level 7, we do not have many things that we can actually do when it comes to casting and improving some of this armor and weapon stuff. Not to mention, we are a cleric, which means that we are restricted in what it is that we can and cannot cast at the time too. We can cast from scrolls, but again, that requires us to have used magic device, which we do not have unless we have her do it, in which case we still need the scroll. In this case, one of the only, let's see, really quick look thing. Let's say we wanted to put archaic on it. An archic. It would require 2 critical wounds. No, wait, bad example. Pure critical, magic workbench, light. I mean, we could theoretically put weapon of disruption on it. Ooh, massive criticals would also be fun. Nah, if anything, I would want to put keen on it. But anyways, yeah. So, I would still need someone else to cast the spell, but unfortunately that doesn't really help that much because she is not the one with the craft magic device bonuses.
Your command.
He is. So,
Follow me.
At the least, Galore has himself a new shiny +2 war axe. And that's a good sizable chunk
Your command.
of increase that he's got going on.
How can I help?
I could theoretically
Yes.
put some sort of anti-evil thing on it again. Except we just burned up the other diamond. I'm gonna have to give this some careful thought. But yeah, that's about it. That's where we left off. I did a little bit of off-screen shite, mostly crafting and the like, and re-equipping characters with other weapons and making new ones for previous characters. As well as realizing one of the shittiest things about the crafting system, it's pretty much fairly RNG based. I will not lie, and that is one of the more annoying things. Yes, you can in fact get a good majority of the items that you need from stores. Otherwise, most everything is based off of what it is that you can find out in the wild, in the wilderness, and I honestly kind of hate that. But, regardless, nope, there's not the right button. So as I've done before, Iggy's got the Radiant Phoenix. That's pretty much it for him.
Yes.
For her, I gave her the Blade of the Gladiator because, you know, I realized that her current weapon was not all that great, so I gave her a proficient weapon that she's proficient with, and that actually does some additional damage. And the +2 from it should, you know, make up a little bit for the discrepancy between her strength and dexterity. I also have her carrying the Astral Blade for now, just in case whatever we find is resistant against acid.
Yes.
For Kelgar, I went and made a Cleaver of the Fell, which is essentially Cold Iron +2 holy weapon. Particularly, I had made it into a Dwarven War Axe, because yes. And then finally,
Follow me.
I had made 2 weapons for Nishka. One's a rapier. I've named Quicksilver, because +2. And then I made Quick Splinter, which is a short sword, because rapiers do not count as a light weapon for offhand purposes. So she's essentially going to be able to get her, you know, offhand attacks pretty well, pretty handily. Also,
Yes.
+12,
Yes.
+15,
All in.
+10, +13. Okay. All in all, doing pretty good so far, I think. I think the next quest... Kelgar, God, Kelgar just takes up so many quests. Elena, gotta talk with the city, wait. Moira's gang has burned down the City Watch Docks post in retaliation for the sweep from the district. Marshal Cormac has gone to the merchant quarter to speak with Brianna. Seek her out for further instructions. Investigate the server shard, that's the main story. Rena Starlings, oh, I haven't yet done this one. I gotta find out more about Lorne. But I think that means that pretty much all I gotta do is go back to the merchant district. Also, give me a second, I could have sworn I forgot something. I did forget something. That something was just that the video's not as... My recording right now is not going to be as long as I thought it was. Shut up. For some reason I thought I was starting a new video. I forgot I already did 20 minutes of recording of crafting and crap before this. This is what happens when you do a buttload of games at once, I think. Oh well. Alright. Was there something wrong with the park? I could have sworn there was something with the park. Might have been something wrong at the park. I've actually not gone to the park yet, because I always saw it and was like, oh, that looks like a special location. I better avoid it for the time being. Very lovely park. That's not a park. What is this? More slums? There's only one thing to interact with. Oh. Oh, there's another door. Locked. Nishka. Is this illegal? Probably. Did I save my game before going through? Oh, never mind. One of those kind of locks. One of the ones where the DM's like, hey, probably don't go that way yet. So I've been informed that the appraise skill works as a way to more or less get discounts. The thing is that I don't think it's the main character that requires to be the one to have the discount. Which I suppose is a little funky. Well, no, it's not a little funky, it's very funky. I'm just looking around for crap. Oh wait, there is a citizen here. A couple of them. Was ist das? It's mostly a little funky in that the main protagonist of your game is going to have the Blessed of Joaquin, which is neat, but certain merchants will recognize this blessing and offer special items. Cool. Merchant's friend, this was it. 10% discount from merchants, as well as special access to rare and exotic items sold by one particular vendor. I'm guessing that that's sand? Ishka, if you will. Did you do it? Nope. Alright. Cool. But on top of that, he's also not had a single rank of
command.
A rank of appraise save for his intelligence modifier. I don't think that it's doing as good of a job as it probably should be doing. Or that it is doing, rather. Compared to, you know, Ishka, who I think I pumped all the appraise into. Unless it's taken into account her appraise. God, this game is a little confusing. Like, she should be doing the shopping. Kind of like a character with high charisma in Neverwinter. No, not Neverwinter. Baldur's Gate 3. Alright. Let's talk to Cormac first. Talk to Cormac. Alright, talk to Berlana.
So, Cormac tells me you're largely responsible for clearing the docks of undesirables. In an uncompromising fashion, it seems your approach has only provoked Moya's gang into retaliating. Last night, they attacked the Watch directly.
The cowards put one of our posts to the torch, killed Lieutenant Rowe. They attacked us for doing our duty.
The lieutenant was a good man. His post at the docks was a difficult one, but he kept the peace, with an understanding that perhaps too much justice only causes more unrest.
He was too soft on them. I say we get the Watch to round up every bastard at the docks until we get these killers.
The Watch will act, Marshal. But more force will not root them out. We will need time and patience. We need to rebuild our presence in the docks and send the message to Moya and her cutthroats that we will not back down. To do this, we need someone with unflinching dedication to the laws of Neverwinter. And that is why I summoned you here. I would like you to take Lieutenant Rowe's place. Despite your foul approach to the situation at the docks, I think your promotion will send a strong message to the lower and upper quarters of the city.
Huh. I don't know if I would say a foul approach. I mean, it was direct. But, I mean, honored by the request? Chance to serve a Neverwinter, I guess?
Very well. I think the Watch will benefit from your experience. And your social graces, it seems. Marshal Cormac has told me of your interest in Black Lake. You may wish to reconsider your intention to go there. Perhaps you haven't heard of the murders there. Another nobleman has been killed. Gentry was but the first. I will permit only the most trusted of the Watch to enter Black Lake. Serve me well, and I shall grant you access, but not before.
So you want to send me after Moira and her gang?
I think that will be more difficult than it seems, but yes, it is no easy task. But all I have seen and heard tells me you are the one for the job.
It is for the honor of the Watch. If those killers get away with what was done last night, then any one of us could be next.
Cormac speaks truly. Moya and her men must be dealt with, and the Watch can show no weakness. Steps must be taken.
Oh wait, I don't know. I had taken steps the night before, apparently, where I'd slain gang members. Do you like my methods or not? What must I do?
We cannot attack Moya's gang directly. They have no base, so we must target their operations instead. Bleed them of gold and men until they have nothing left. The situation at the docks is in danger of becoming worse. What was at first opposition from Moya and her gang is threatening to become all-out war. I had thought they would not risk drawing blades against us in the streets, but through our informants, we've discovered that they are actually smuggling in a cache of weapons to do just that. They're planning for a fight. And if the reports on the number of weapons coming in are true, then the Watch will quickly be outmatched.
And my orders are?
Stop the shipment and put an end to the smuggling for good.
You are the only one we can trust for the job. Many of the Watch in the Docks district tend to turn a blind eye when coin is involved.
And they should be rounded up as well.
One problem at a time, Cormac. By the time we've dealt with the smuggling, perhaps then the costs of the Neverwinter reconstruction will be reduced, which should allow us to pay watchmen their rightful salary.
Oh, indeed. Because it is the lack of coin, not loyalty. That is the problem. Is that it? Maybe your eyes are blinded by coin too, Captain?
You are the short-sighted one, and your blindness is that of a stubborn mule. This is not a black and white matter, Cormac. The docks are the only revenue source from trade we have. We cannot even patrol the roads for merchants to feel safe. So we need every watchman, even if only as a presence there.
We do not need those scarecrows. Those turncloaks are boils on Neverwinter's name, and they'll give every thief in the city an open door to our throat. If we allow them to become any more blind for every gold coin, we might as well throw down weapons now.
And what do you propose, Cormac? With the funds being diverted to reconstruction, the pittance a watchman makes is temptation for anyone to look for gold elsewhere. We must make do until reconstruction is finished, no matter what it takes.
Even though a show of watchmen on the streets may prevent other thieves and criminals not connected to Moira from becoming too bold, they have uses, for now.
They are bold enough, and no false show of force is going to stop them now.
Silence, Cormac. Enough of this. I think we can at least agree on who should tackle this matter. Lieutenant, you have proven yourself to us, and you have done so at great personal risk, as you are no doubt marked for death by Moya and her gang.
Guess I'll go find her and drag her back here then.
Excellent. Now, I cannot say it won't be dangerous, but stopping this operation may come with benefits. Whatever you confiscate from the smuggled goods can be used to build up the presence of the Watch in the Docks District.
And any watchman found aiding these thugs should be dealt with. We need no division in our ranks.
The smuggling operation is your assignment, Lieutenant. I want that dealt with. Once the smugglers at the docks have been brought to justice, I think we will need to fear little in the way of future bribery attempts. Although there are times when bribery can work to our advantage as well.
Our informant left word that the shipment will be smuggled through the back alley in the docks. We need you to go in and stop the weapons from reaching their destination.
Be careful once you're in. The back alley is infested with petty criminals and alley bashers. Now hurry. That shipment must be stopped.
New quest. No quest. I know what the captain told you, but the Watch can't have traitors within our ranks and expect the citizens to trust us. Do what's right. Arrest any of ours that you find that are taking coin from Moira's gang. Catch enough of them and the rest may fall back in line. Where's the back alley? The best way is through the docks district to the northwest. I posted some in there to make sure you get in there safely. Any other advice? Back alley is a dangerous place and the Watch's presence is thin at best. Be careful in there. The criminals have no fear of us and will attack on sight. Neat. Let me guess. You have nothing to say?
You have your orders, Lieutenant.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go to the back alleys and start breaking some skulls. Or cutscene.
My Lord Nasher, I came as soon as I received your summons.
Ah, Sir Naval. We were just speaking of you. These men are from the Trade Guild, and I was telling them of the Watch's successes at the docks. And they were about to tell me of their renewed efforts to ensure new ships in the harbor this season, to compensate for the loss of overland travel.
The season has been a lean one for Neverwinter, my lord. The citizens will be pleased to see more ships in the harbor and the cargo they bring.
Quite right. Thank you for your efforts, Sir Naval. Congratulations are in order for you and the Nine.
My Lord Nasher, I shall pass along your praise to the Watch. I believe much of their recent success is the result of our new recruits.
So be it, Naval. After the war with Luskan and the Plague, it is good we can finally turn our attention to where it belongs, and the certain matter of back taxes owed at the harbor.
Of course, my Lord Nasher. With your leave, I will return to my duties.
You may go, Naval. After all, the Guild and I have much to discuss.
I wonder what that was all about. Right. Well, I suppose this is a good place to call in another episode, finally. New episode. Hey, go figure. When we return, we're gonna go thump some thieves' skulls in. That'll be a fun time. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, I hope to see you folks in the next video. Take care. Cheers.